Good morning, everybody. How are you doing today? Welcome to your Trinity Kids Craft for Sunday, January 3rd. Today, we heard the story about how Jesus was in the temple and he was teaching the grown-ups all about God. So these are the two things that we have to print out. We have the temple that you'll print out, and then we have this sheet here. And what it is here's Jesus, and he's surrounded by people. And what we're going to do is we're going to color a little bit of this, and we're going to make Jesus so we can open the doors and find Jesus in the temple. So the first thing we're going to do is let's go ahead and color our temple. I might go with gray today so you guys can figure out whatever color you guys want to do. So if you remember that Joseph and Mary were walking with Jesus, and all of a sudden they couldn't find Jesus. You know, I tell you, that's scary. As a parent, I know what that's like to lose your child in a crowd. And I'm going to tell you a quick story while I'm coloring here. One time, we were downtown and we had seen an Easter bunny, and I had Greta in the stroller, and we had seen the Easter bunny and we were shopping, and then Greta was in the stroller, and I turned around and I lost Greta. She was like maybe 2, maybe something like that. She was gone. We could not find her. Oh my gosh, it was the scariest thing ever. I could not find Greta. We're looking around the store, we're looking around, we couldn't find her. They actually had to do one of those little code things, you know, where they had, lost child in the store and everything, and we're looking. The little stinker was hiding in a clothes rack right by the stroller, right by the stroller. Oh my gosh, she was a sneaky one. So, but the feeling as a parent of not knowing where your child is it's a very scary feeling. So Jesus was a little bit older at this time when his parents couldn't find him. But it's still scary anyway. So, okay. So this was a very quick job here. So here's my temple. I colored that. And now, if you want to do it yourself, I was going to say, so we need markers and we need glue stick and scissors. So now we've colored our temple, and now what we're going to do is we are just going to cut up this middle line here and then across at the top. So we're just going to go straight up and then cut. I'm going to actually cut a little bit farther so the doors can actually open a little bit wider. You can go as far as you want. And then what you can do is you can just kind of fold these back like this. See that? So cut up like that, and then we've got the doors, okay? Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this picture here that we have. There's that there, and we are going to color Jesus, maybe a couple people around him, and he's surrounded by people. If you remember, when they found Jesus, he was surrounded by people because he was telling them all about God. Do a quick color here, give him some brown hair, some sandals. And like our memory verse that we learned in our lesson today, we learned that the people, when they were listening to Jesus talk, that they were amazed. I mean, Jesus was a young kid, and he already knew so much about God and how wonderful God is. And here he was teaching people. My coloring skills perhaps could use a little help. Okay. All right. Doesn't have to be perfect, as I'm clearly showing. That's okay. All right, get this here. Now the reason we're not going to color everything is because we're only going to use part of this here, and we're going to do some more cutting when we get done coloring this, to make it fit over the page here. I'm just going to color kind of a couple people on the side of him. And there we go. So, and you can color more if you want. Oh, I need to color that guy's hair. You need some color over there. There's a lot of people to color there. All right, we're going with that. So, just kind of go with that. Go ahead and, color more if you want. Color as much as you want. You can pause the video if you want. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take the church and we're just going to kind of hold it over here to see where we're going to line it up so that when we open it, we can see Jesus. So, like that. And then we're just going to cut around. So I'm going to cut right across the bottom here. And you don't want to cut exactly, because what we're going to do is we're going to put glue on the sides here and at the top. But we don't want to glue in the middle here because we don't want the doors glued shut. Okay, so I'm going to put some glue up the side here, across the top, and just down the side here, and then I'm going to leave that there. So, take a glue stick. This. All right. Let's see where I glued around the edges. So now I'm just going to lay the temple on top. Doesn't have to be perfect. There we go. Then we open the doors and we see Jesus in the temple, surrounded by a crowd of people. So again, our story today, Mary and Joseph could not find Jesus. And when they found him, he was in the temple, and they found him, teaching grown-ups all about God. And the amazing thing is that, here are these grown-ups listening to this little kid, and they were amazed with what he taught him and how much he knew about God. So Jesus is amazing because he is God's son. So thank you so much for joining me today, you guys. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys will join me again next week, and Happy New Year. So we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.